Hi, I'm Mark from Sony, and I've been challenged by Wex to test 15 lenses in 30 minutes. Let's see what I can do. So the challenge is I've got 15 lenses, so 2 minutes per lens, 1 shot per lens. That's going to be a lot of images to take, but let's see how we can get on with these 15 lenses.
Okay, Mark, so first of all, can you tell us which is the first lens you've got on your camera and tell us what it's good for?
Okay, so I've chosen the 90mm macro f2.8. It's a fantastic macro lens for detail, sharpness, resolution, and it's really fast as well. And it's not too big, and I can customize it. So ideal for macro, but also portraits, but macro for this lens.
Amazing. So because of where we are, I want you to get a picture of a dragonfly, and you've got 2 minutes.
Okay, right, let's do it.
So Mark, can you tell me about the next lens you've got on your camera?
Okay, good. Right, so this is the 50mm f1.8, traditionally a portrait lens. That's our next lens.
So we love a nifty 50, and the bonus of a nifty 50 is that it's good for everything. So I want to see you get low in the vegetation, 1 shot only, super sharp, super clear.
Ooh, okay.
So Mark, what's next?
Okay, so one of my favourite lenses is the full frame G Master, so that's our premium quality lenses, so centre to corner sharpness is excellent. It's the 12-24, so really wide angle, but also quite good if I kind of zoom in and get a kind of portrait 24mm size. So it's got a great build quality and fantastic for landscapes.
Amazing. So we are surrounded by buttercups, but somewhere along this path is a dandelion.
I've got to find it.
You have 2 minutes.
Okay, right, let's go find this dandelion.
So how are you feeling so far, Mark?
Well, you're definitely making me work for my money, so yeah, I'm enjoying it. So up next we've got the 70-300mm lens. This is an f4.5. It's a telephoto zoom lens, but it's also pretty wide, not as wide as say a 24mm lens. This is a fantastically versatile lens with a really good zoom range. I'm also going to use the Xperia Pro as well as an external monitor, so we can see what we're actually seeing at the back of the screen, but on a bigger monitor.
So you've got 2 minutes, and as soon as they interrupted us, I want a head-on picture of a goose.
Okay, let's go. So basically what I've done here is I've switched the 70-300mm lens over to the A7S III because I've got a full-size HDMI to micro HDMI, as the Xperia Pro has a micro HDMI. The A7 III doesn't actually have a full-size HDMI, it's just a micro, and we don't have the right lead. But as you can see here, it's instant connection, and we are recording this screen as well, so we'll be able to see. I don't know if you can see on the camera here, but you can see here that the full readout of the screen itself is directly on the mobile phone. And then what's really good with this is I can actually zoom in and see if that's in focus, if not, and then refocus as well. So and you can probably see down here in the corner, but again, this is being recorded, the actual readout from the back of the camera.
So Mark, we've done a nifty 50, we've had you down in the vegetation. What's next?
So another wide angle lens is the Sony Zeiss collaboration. So it's the full frame f4, 16 to 35. Now with the Zeiss lens, you get a really deep resolution, almost like a look that you're trying to get outside of the camera. So for this one, nice and wide, very sharp, but with a very good kind of, not vivid, but a good colour reproduction.
Now it would be a shame in a place like this not to get a nice wide shot of that lake, but what I want in 2 minutes is I want a low down eye level shot of the bird on the water.
Right, okay, yeah. What, you want me in the water?
I do, yeah.
Okay, great, go. Whoa.
So, Mark, we're almost halfway through. What's up next?
Okay, so I've decided to use another G Master lens. So this is the premium lens in the range, and it's the 85 full frame 1.4 f1.4.
So I'm going to keep a strict time limit on you again. So what I want is the shot of this netting vertically all the way down with that depth of field test.
Okay, have you got a boat? Let's see what we can do.
We've taken a look at some of the closer range lenses. Tell me what we've got next.
Okay, so this is another full frame lens. This is again the A7 III we're using. It's the 24 to 240, so effectively like a 10 times zoom. It's f3.5, and it's been out for a while, but it's a really good lens that covers pretty much everything. So macro portraits, kind of 85, 100 mil, and then you've got your telephoto zoom as well. So, you know, it's a bit of an all-rounder.
So tell me about the animal eye focus.
Animal eye autofocus? Well, animal eye autofocus algorithms are similar to the human eye AF. If you're not photographing humans, portraits, etc., then you just flick the mode and turn it into animal eye AF. Simple as that.
Perfect. So for your next challenge, I want to get a close-up image of one of the birds nesting.
Okay, great. Okay, let's do it. I feel like Annika Rice. Annika's challenge, Mark's challenge. Right, here we go then.
We've done a lot of wildlife. We've got some water shots.
A lot of running around.
A lot of running around. But what I want from you now is to tell me what the next lens is and why it's such a fantastic.
Okay, well you've obviously seen me walking around with the bag on the back. We've also got the kit. We've got a lot of lenses in here, but this one is the 200 to 600. And the reason why I brought this, like a lot of our lenses, they're lightweight and compact. I mean, okay, this isn't compact, but it's certainly lightweight. On the A7 III, if I then put it into crop mode, I can turn it into effectively a 900mm lens with 12 million pixels.
Excellent. So
what are we going to do?
Let's push that to the limits. So right over here, just opposite us, there is a man in a boat. And I want to test out that eye focus and that lens.
I thought you were going to say, can you go and walk to him from here? No. Okay, let's do it.
Of the man in the boat.
Okay, let's do it. So optical image stabilization really kicking in here. So again here I'm using the A7S III for external monitor demo purposes, because that's the lead we've got. So full-size HDMI here to the Xperia Pro mobile phone. We connect the micro HDMI to the HDMI port on the phone. The resolution on this is just superb. 200mm. You can see in the middle we've got the boat. Zoom in. Now the elements of glass are actually inside the body of the lens itself, so it doesn't protrude. So if I now depress the shutter, this is giving me a wide coverage of autofocus. So what we're going to do, I'm going to narrow that down to tracking on here, and we're going to go to a small area so we can pinpoint this, and we're going to move the joystick across. There we go. So now that's tracking. So if I move the lens, look, it just sticks to there. It's me doing that. So if I get it central, there we go, take a shot. Now if I go into that's 600. If I go into crop mode, that's now 900mm. Again, I can move that down, zoom in.
So we have 64 native lenses in the range, and it's the E-mount system that these lenses fit. Now the E-mount is found on all our cameras, so on the Alpha full frame and the Alpha APS-C, and also our Cinema line range of technologies, which means you don't need to use an adapter. So you've got these 64 native lenses from wide angle to telephoto zoom that you can use across the full range.
We've taken a lot of wildlife shots. Now we're going to head over to the cafe and practice your street photography. We've had a bit of a lunch break and now we're back to the challenge. As you can see, we've moved into a bit more of a populated area. So tell us what lens you've got and I'll tell you what you're doing.
Yep, so we've got A7 III again with the 100 to 400 f4.5. So this again is a handheld lens. G Master, so the centre corner sharp's really sharp and it's very fast. So we're looking for something, hopefully, in your challenge to capture real fast movement and pin sharp autofocus as well.
Amazing. So earlier on when I was scouting, I noticed there was a windsurfer having a whale of a time across the reservoir. So I want you to get a sharp picture of the windsurfer in action.
Okay, let's do it.
So, we're powering through, Mark. What's next?
Okay, so another telephoto lens. This is the 70 to 350 f4.5, so a bit similar to the full frame lens that we looked at earlier. However, it's an APS-C lens, so hold that, it's very light. So that's the equivalent of a 500mm lens in the palm of your hand. Okay, now it's not as sharp and as fast as, say, the G Master or the other full frame lens. However, it is very sharp in the center and I've had loads of fun with this in the past, photographing wildlife, family and friends and stuff like that. So we're gonna, as soon as you put it on this body, it goes into crop mode. So automatically we're looking at a 500mm lens, but the resolutions drop from 24 to 12.
So for those who don't know, can you just quickly explain to us what a telephoto is? So
yeah, good question, because if you're not familiar with telephoto lenses, you might have a camera that's got a fixed lens that goes from wide, 24mm for example, so very wide, getting a lot into the picture, to 600mm, which means you're getting very close without actually moving towards the subject physically. So this is, like I said, the equivalent of 500mm, which is like kind of, you're zooming right into the action. So previously we shot a photo with a windsurfer. I didn't have to go over to the windsurfer because I could use the lens to get closer to the action. And the lens glass, or elements that we call, in the lens itself move accordingly from either closer or to further away from the sensor to give you that kind of magnification. So it's almost like optical zoom that you would find in a compact camera. Perfect.
So with this, I know it's a quick lens, so what we want to do is we want a picture of a model boat, but it's not that easy.
Okay,
so
I've got to get in it.
I want a picture of a man in blue towering over his model boat.
A man in blue. Okay, I haven't had a look. Let's hope there's somebody with blue on. Cool, okay, let's do it.
And on to our next challenge. Tell me what you've got and what it does.
Okay, so A7 Mark III again, full frame body with a G Master 135 lens, f1.8. This is possibly one of the best lenses I've ever tested. This has got to be one of the fastest, sharpest, most accurate resolution lens I've ever used. Even they like it.
So, here's a challenge for you. So I want a picture of a woman smiling to camera, but you better ask her permission first.
Oh, okay, great, all right. That's very structured. Okay, let's see what we can do. Have we got 2 minutes? Hi ladies. Okay, you okay if I take your photo? Is that all right? Thanks very much. I've got 2 minutes to do this, right?
I've got big in there.
You-
Yeah, I can get me from the right side.
So you just carry on a second while I... You can turn around. I got you.
So we've got 2 challenges left for the day. So tell us what's on your camera and what it's good for.
Okay, so this one is a bit of an all-rounder lens. It's a full frame f4 24-70 Zeiss Sony. So again, collaboration with Zeiss and Sony, like the 16-35, it gives you that very deep resolution, very almost vivid colour that you may want to be, when I'm using these cameras and lenses, the look I'm maybe looking for outside of the camera, so I can do it in camera, which is really good. Very sharp, very bright, really good build quality. So an all-rounder 24-70mm lens.
So this is the perfect lens if you are just getting started and you can only afford one lens. This is it,
Yeah,
right?
it covers all bases. So you could have a nice wide angle to get landscaping, and then you can zoom in a little bit to get a nice portrait, good shallow depth of field, and then you can use the crop mode in the camera as well. So you could actually turn this into a 36 to 100mm lens, but again, you drop the resolution down to 12 million pixels.
Excellent. So there are 2 parts to this challenge. So the first part is that you can only press that shutter button once, so you've got to plan well.
Okay.
The second part of that challenge is that you have to be laid completely flat on the floor when you take the picture.
What is dust everywhere? Okay, let's do it. Oh, that's a bit interesting. I've got to lie on the floor. My goodness. Ah!
So, next up we've got 1 lens, but I guess it's really 3. So, do you want to tell us about these 3 lenses?
Yeah, so finally we get to finish today's challenge. It's been great fun, I have to say. We've got 3 lenses instead of 1, so this is what we call the trio of lenses, brand new in the last few months. Full frame lenses, they don't look very big and they're not. If I just pick these up, this is the 24 2.8, great build quality, metallic feel to it, some lens hoods as well, but really good shallow depth of field, very wide angle, 24. Then you're looking at the, what's this one, the 40mm. So this is a 2.5 40mm. We've never done this one before. In the same type of body, metallic body. You've got the aperture ring as well, and you've got focus hold buttons on the side as well. Metal bayonet, which is always a good fit to the body. And then on the A7 III I've got here, as you can see, it's really small and lightweight, is the 50mm f2.5. Now I know we've done some stuff on the 51.8, but this gives you even sharper, more clarity, and fantastic for video as well as stills. So we're going to try all 3 out in, I think, 1 go.
So your challenge for this is you're going to have 2 minutes to find a location.
That's good.
And then once you're in that location, I want 3 pictures, but you can only move 20 steps between all 3 of those pictures.
Okay, right, let's go and find a location.
Off you go.
Let's do it. Gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to change the lens. This is a 40. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, close up. Macro like this. That's nice.
So Mark, how did you find that?
That was great fun. You've pushed me to the limits actually with the lenses, and not only that, physically you've got me crouching down in undergrowth. I've been lying flat on my chest in lots of different terrain, and no, we've had some great fun with a huge different variety of lenses. Not so much the more obvious ones, maybe lenses that some people are not aware of. So yeah, I've had some great fun.
Tell us, what's your favourite lens of the day?
I have to say probably my favourite lens anyway is the 90mm macro, because not only of the detail and the closeness you can get to the subject, but also you can use it for other things like portraiture and landscape. But it's so sharp and it gives great results every time. So favourite lens was the 90mm macro.
So for anyone who hasn't been paying attention, where can you get them from?
Oh, of course, all those lenses that we've shown through the content are available from Wex Photo Video. And if you visit their website, obviously you can either type in the lens model number or go to the Sony section, and you'll be able to find all the lenses there. An alternative, if you want to find out even more information, then you can go onto our own website and do comparisons as well. But yeah, all those lenses are available from Wex Photo Video.
Don't forget that we've got loads of events coming up on the Wex Events website, so head over there and take a look. And if you really like today's challenge, then go out with your lenses, take the same challenge and tag us at Wex Events on Instagram and Facebook.